Hi, I'm here to talk to you today about a controversial issue that plagues many parents, invoking the concern of the safety and well-being of their children, but also invokes a moral and political dilemma. This issue that I'm talking about is whether or not to have your children vaccinated. On one hand, we're very lucky to live in the time and age that we do. In the 1940s and 50s, before the invention of vaccines, diseases such as measles, mumps, whooping cough, and polio resulted in 900 cases of the disease and 7,700 deaths per year. Fast forward to 2004, there were only 27 deaths by all of those diseases combined. All 50 states require some, if not all, of the available vaccines to be administered to children before they can enter primary school. Although some believe that there's a hefty price on mandatory vaccines that challenge the morality of the country as a whole. Clearly, vaccines have saved millions of lives over the past 50 years alone. They are highly effective in preventing disease, as high as 90 to 99%, according to the American Academy of Pediatrics. One of the biggest pros of vaccines is herd immunity. Herd immunity exists when a large enough of the population has been vaccinated from a particular disease that the disease cannot spread easily among those that are not vaccinated, eventually forcing it to die out. This is a key argument for mandatory vaccines for children because in order for the herd immunity to work effectively, a sizable portion of the population must be vaccinated. Another pro for vaccination is an economical standpoint. Statistics show that for every $1 spent on vaccines, $6 is saved in medical expenses. Even though most research to date shows that vaccines are relatively harmless and pose little risk, there has been a large rise in parents not wanting to have their children vaccinated for a few different reasons, primarily personal or political. From a personal standpoint, many parents have strong religious views that go against vaccinating their children, and therefore mandating children to get vaccinated in order to attend public school is a breach of their First Amendment rights. As many as 33% of parents in the United States believe that they should have the choice whether to have their children vaccinated or not. One of the largest reasons parents are wary of the vaccines is some of the questionable chemicals in several of these vaccines. For an example, aluminum is an ingredient common in several vaccines, which has been linked to Alzheimer's disease, dementia, and severe seizures. In some cases, vaccines have also caused brain inflammation, and which some have claimed may lead to brain damage or disorders such as ADD or ADHD in children. Vaccines are also considered a false immunity. By vaccinating children, their immune systems are inhibited from becoming stronger, potentially causing it to be weaker when it comes in contact with a disease that it's not immune to. From a political standing, there is a good bit of speculation that the Center for Disease Control and Prevention, the CDC, has strong monetary ties with major vaccine companies. It has been revealed in the past 10 years that vaccine companies are paying millions of dollars to organizations like the American Academy of Pediatrics to promote the use of vaccines. It is political biasness such as this that makes it very hard to trust what you hear and read about vaccines. There are many small groups popping up all over the country trying to speak out against vaccinations, saying that some, if not all, are not the miracle cure that the doctors who promote them claim to be. Having a solution to this problem is not an easy thing. My solution to this problem to date would be, until there is much more nonpartisan information available, parents should be able to decide for themselves whether or not to have their children vaccinated. Therefore, the government should not be forcing it on people to have their children vaccinated until we know for sure whether these vaccines are doing more harm than good. I would encourage all parents to research each vaccine for themselves and be very cautious on the information and whether it's reputable and without bias, as you never know who is lining the author's pockets. So in conclusion, vaccines have saved millions of lives over the past 50 years alone, but is there an underlying factor that is not being told to the general public that could be causing more harm than good? Thank you for listening.